So it is a 6-speed. That's reverse. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So that's good. So it leads me to believe that the Lotus badging that they have on the 2ZZ might actually just be a Lotus swap. It's really musty in here. It smells like mold. Whew. Is still running. If I didn't care about life, I would probably just take on the highway. Oh my god, it's getting so bad. Oh my god. I hope it makes it to the driveway, honestly. All right, reverse. The swap was really well done. This is going to be a hell of a project. So I got the car for $800. That motor was $450 plus a $50 core, no tax, paid cash. Has 300,000 miles. Not sure if it's good or not. I don't know that I care. Wow. So yeah, so that's what's going on here. The Corvette goes to paint this next week. The Lotus needs a clutch, I'm putting that in. The Triumph needs a piston. I popped a piston. This car needs this motor. All right guys, so this is the best part of buying any shitbox kind of car. You get to clean it out and figure out how messed up the previous owner was. In this case, I'm gonna guess pretty messed up, because the whole story on this car is that I bought it without a title. Luckily, Georgia has pretty good bonded title laws that should let me, get a title. And then you have to hold possession of it for X number of years and yada, 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 and then you have true possession. Regardless, the story is I saw the ad, it was listed for $1,200. I went out and I looked at it. Reluctantly, the seller was very, very reluctant to even respond to my messages, but I did find the car, and the seller told me that she owns a tow company and that someone's mother asked them to come get this car out of her front yard, which is pretty surprising considering this was probably a really, really nice car at some point, because the swap is done extremely well. I'm going to show you all the modifications they put into it. But it has a PPE full exhaust, and it has polyurethane mounts. It looks like a Monkey Wrench Racing swap kit, and as far as I can tell, it's a Lotus 2ZZ with a Lotus specific transmission 6-speed, which is fantastic. It might even have an LSD. I won't know until I start really getting into this car. So all that to say, it was $800. The mother said that her son had gotten on drugs and wanted it out of her yard. The level of drug use that's required to have your mother just have your car towed away for scrap, not even money really, just get it out of here. The level of that kind of drug use is pretty damn high. Not that I'm like on a first level awareness of such drug use, but I know that it would take a lot. So I'm gonna go through here. I'm gonna watch for needles for sure, but I think that I can probably apply this back with some home silicone. At least that's my hope, to get it into this. Yeah, I think that's how it was actually applied, not with silicone, but through heat transfer, like it's melted. The glass applique, the frame, is melted into the top from the factory, like hard press, like hot iron, because this is a vinyl-ish top. But otherwise, I mean, the car looks really nice. I'm gonna try and operate the top and see if it goes back, if there's any binds or anything like that. But I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of cleaning before I can really focus on the 2ZZ, the good one that I bought for $450, getting back in this car. The good news is that $450 2ZZ has a warranty for 90 days. When I pressed the people about their 90-day warranty and the fact that the motor has 300,000 miles, which it might not even, it might have been replaced at some point. I'm gonna have to figure that out as well. But I will say that it does look like the motor is in good shape. However, they told me that the warranty, if they have another 2ZZ in stock, they'll give that to me if this one pops within the first 90 days. If not, I get a full refund. Not that that's a huge consolation, because it's a tremendous amount of work to do the swap in the first place. But nonetheless, let's get started. Hey guys, it's a couple days later, and I had to do some work on the truck, and it got really cold, so I had to take a break. Like, it probably seems ridiculous to people that are watching this in the Northeast and all over the world that's really actually cold. But Atlanta has really high humidity, and when it gets cold here, it's really cold. So anyways, I started cleaning out the MR2 in preparation to do, you know, the motor swap and things like that. And I started going through the glove box, and I'm going to try and hide as much personal information as I can. I found an ID in here that I'm not going to show you guys. But I did find this. I'm going to give you a better look at that. I'm covering the person's name so you can't see it, but this is the invoice from Monkey Wrench Racing. And you can see right here, for all the parts, including the swap and harness and stuff like that, he paid $8,534. So, I don't know why it blew already. You know, they say that these engines have between 60 and 80,000 miles on them. That might be true, but 80,000 miles engines can still fail, and it might have been my fault when I started the car. I didn't pull the ECU fuse, so you know, it happens like that. So I didn't prime the oil system like I should have. I just dry fired it. It started. That might have been the damage, but who really knows? I can't wind back the clocks of time and tell you for sure. Okay, so I've already taken off the bumper, and I'm working on taking the engine harness off, at least separating it from the ECU and the body control modules and things like that, and the power supply, so that I can drop the engine out from the bottom. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty easy deal. Kind of a query that I have is that I looked on that receipt where he bought the swap, and it had a really nice clutch, a really nice flywheel. And I'm kind of wondering, since they're the same platform, if that might be better used than the Lotus. But I don't know that I'm going to worry about that right now, but it's just something I want to think about during the swap. So, who knows?
Since I fell in love, but after last time, don't wanna mess things up. You're so beautiful, and I can't deny. My heart is always with you. My head's always stuck in time. Love, let me go, 'cause I've been holding on for far too long. I've been fighting and keeping strong. Now you just gotta let me go. Time, wash away every feeling that can cause me pain. All these memories I can't escape. Can you let them all wash away? Let it all wash away, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain. Love, just let me go, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain of holding on and keeping strong. So now I'm moving on. I don't wanna feel the same, so love, just let me go.
Hey guys, so per usual, we had a battery die yesterday. My backup battery wasn't charged, go figure. But I got a ton of work done on the car. So I actually was able to pull out the stock engine and trans. This is the replacement engine and trans. I only broke one thing, which is a miracle for me working on cars. And it was a fuel line that's incredibly hard to get to. Every removal of engine I ever saw before doing it myself was on a lift, and it was way easier to reach between the firewall and the front of the engine. Like, we're on the intake side. So there's a mount, engine mount there, or actually it's technically a trans mount. And then there's a slave cylinder. And then above that is like a clip for a fuel line. Unfortunately, I broke the clip, but fortunately, it was a really easy thing to break. So it's not proprietary or anything. I can either go pick up another fitting, or I'll just put on a fuel line with a hose clamp. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just hose clamp it. And that should take care of that. For now, my process today, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to stab it in the car, but I'm going to definitely get everything swapped over so that I can get it ready to be put in. That in itself is probably going to be a challenge, just because the way that it came out, it was a mess. Like, if I'm honest, it was a mess. But let's just get to work and see what happens today. But I'm just going to keep working away at things. I still haven't decided what the ultimate fate of the flywheel and clutch in this car is going to be. The engine that I bought came with a clutch and flywheel. I'm not sure how good that clutch and flywheel is, and I'd hate to have to pull all this back out just to put another clutch and flywheel in. But those are, like, between the two parts, it's probably around $1,200 for the parts that I'm talking about, the flywheel and the clutch. It's a really nice clutch and a really nice flywheel. It's like a button flywheel. Those would be awesome on the Lotus, so I'm kind of considering putting it on the Lotus. I don't know. I'm going to have to make some decisions pretty quickly, though, because I'm losing daylight, and it's the warmest it's going to be all day. Today is supposed to rain in the next 3 or 4 hours, and it's been really cold in Georgia this last couple weeks. And I know, again, people in the Northeast, calm down. It can be cold in the South, and we can complain about it, okay? So, let me get to it.
You're so beautiful, and I can't deny. My heart is always with you. My head's always stuck in time. Love, let me go, 'cause I've been holding on for far too long. I've been fighting and keeping strong. Now you just gotta let me go. Time, wash away every feeling that can cause me pain. All these memories I can't escape. Can you let them all wash away? Let it all wash away, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain. Love, just let me go, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain of holding on and keeping strong. So now I'm moving on. I don't wanna feel the same, so love, just let me go. Guess I didn't know it would end this way. One drink too much and I could see your face. Why did I let you go? How could I let you leave? Will I ever see you? And do you think of me? Love, let me go, 'cause I've been holding on for far too long. I've been fighting and keeping strong. Now you just gotta let me go. Time, wash away every feeling that can cause me pain. All these memories I can't escape. Can you let them all wash away? Let it all wash away, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain. Love, just let me go, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain of holding on and keeping strong. So now I'm moving on. I don't wanna feel the same, so love, just let.
All right, guys, so I've got the engine completely stripped of all the bolt-ons, and I separated the transmission. It does indeed have everything that invoice said. So this is the ultralight flywheel from Monkey Wrench Racing, and then that is a ACT clutch rated to 250 foot-pounds of torque, which is way more than these cars are even possible can make, I think, even with boost. My Lotus is rated, it's factory supercharged, and it's only rated to 218 horsepower. And like from the factory, I think it has that smaller pulley and stuff, but nonetheless, I think it only makes like 196 torque. So This is complete overkill, but that's a good thing. I'm totally stoked to keep going on this, and then I'm gonna put all the intake and exhaust on that right now. Okay guys, we're making more progress. This is the new 2ZZ, and this is the old one. So this clutch is very pricey, and the flywheel behind it's even more pricey. The flywheel behind it, you can see, is like a button style. It's very lightweight. I think that the website said it weighs 5 or 8 pounds, something like that. Very, very little. So I'm gonna zip this off real quick, inspect it, and then consider my options for putting it onto the other one or putting it in a Lotus. Just gotta decide once I get it open. Okay, welcome back guys. Another day doing the swap. It just keeps, these winter days are just so short, and it's been kind of crappy weather, but we're getting through it. So latest update is I realized that it would be pretty foolish of me not to put a clutch in. So I went to the typical place, Facebook Marketplace, and started looking for a clutch. I found one listed for a 1ZZ. And I looked at the guy's profile, and he works at a clutch company, and it was really cheap. It was $200 for a new clutch and flywheel. Turns out he works at a really, really, really reputable clutch company based here in Georgia. I'll let you guys decide what that is. He said keep it on the DL, but hey, it's YouTube, so what are you gonna do? So the clutch I got, oddly enough, is the same as this Monkey Wrench Racing clutch and flywheel that I already had. Look at this. So this is the same. All right, if you can believe that. Let me clock them the same way. There you go. So that's the same. This company that makes the clutch and the flywheel actually makes them for Monkey Wrench Racing. Boom. So $200 for the clutch and flywheel. Crazy deal. I haven't actually ever pulled the transmission out of the Lotus, but I'm gonna guess that it has a stock flywheel and stock clutch. And if that's the case, then one of those flywheels is going in that car, probably the brand new one. So I'm gonna get the brand new clutch and flywheel for that. And then I bought a second clutch for 100, the exact same. It looks like this. So this is the new clutch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the used lightweight flywheel on this engine. And these fasteners, I haven't ever seen Toyota OEM fasteners. I'm guessing they look like that, but I also got the engine that was in this car had these ARP ones, and they look very similar. So I don't think these are ARP, the ones that are on here. No, but they look very similar. I'm just hoping they're not torque to yield, but either way, I don't care. These are going on the old flywheel. The old lightweight flywheel is going on here with these bolts. And I'm gonna slap the new clutch on there, stab the transmission, put the wiring harness on, the alternator, and put it back in the car. Hopefully I'm gonna have this car running today, because I got no time. The Corvette has to go to Florida tomorrow.
Just let me go.